Hey Jeff, how are you?
Hey Morgan, I'm good. How about yourself?
Have you recovered from FabTech yet?
Yes, I've been busy talking to many people that came to the booth. So that was great. A lot of interested folks this year.
Yes, I echo that. I think maybe the overall traffic was a little bit less than we've seen in the past couple years, but I thought a lot of people who were there were really excited to learn the latest and greatest in finishing and to talk. So that's always nice to see.
Yeah, it was great. I think what was noteworthy for me is we had a couple people come up to the booth and said, "Hey, we need to talk to you. You guys have what we need." And we're like, "Well, what's that?" And it was like Paintline University. So I
Yes.
did see a trend of people that were like really hungry for training for their folks. And that kind of dovetailed to a frustration that people are having with lack of support, specifically from their chemical suppliers.
Yeah, I totally think that's true. I think, pre-treatment is kind of one of those areas where historically there are so many broken promises of, I'll give you great service, and then you don't see your rep again for 3 years. And that's never been the way we operate. But I think Paintline U, the great thing about it is it takes it even a step further. And our resources and our team is on demand to you 24/7, whether it's a video that we've already posted that answers your question, or if it's not in the system yet, it's something that we can, get a message and reach out to you, and that can come from your second shift operator in the middle of the night, and we'll see it. So it just speeds up that connection to get to the problem in a way that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, and I think based on the response and the number of discussions that we had at the show, I'd say a high percentage of those, that's really where their interest was focused. It was like, hey, we have new guys that we need to train all the time, and even though we've been in this labor shortage, we've been talking about it, for it seems like months and months, more than a year for sure, where the labor market has been restricted. It seems like there's some easing, like people don't seem as antsy about hiring, but it's still this idea of churn where they're having trouble keeping people. So training becomes this kind of hamster wheel that they're stuck on. Like I just am constantly training people because not everybody sticks. And so I think that was a compelling point to Paintline University is like I can at least offload some of this burden to this tool that's not taking up my bandwidth that new supervisors, new quality people, or maybe it's an experienced engineer that I had to shift over to cover paint now. He knows nothing about paint or she's new to it. They have a place to start their learning, and it's also a great place for new folks that you put on the floor to say who's going to take initiative. So it can become a differentiator between new talent that you bring in, who's going to actually go out on their own accord and watch the videos, and so it kind of helps in that regard as well. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I think I was really pleased that some of the thought work that we put in terms of trying to understand the industry's needs when we created Paintline University, they seem to be scratching an itch. They seem to be
Yes.
relevant to the
Yes.
people we were trying to help. So that was a
Well,
fun
and
takeaway.
it was companies of all sizes in every part of the country. So it was something, whether it's a Fortune 100 company where you think, surely they have all the resources in the world, they must have this training. They actually still need this training. That's very interesting to hear. And that family run job shop that's been working hard for generations to make great quality product, they also need that training. So it was a really, I did hear that from everybody, and you couldn't guess where somebody worked or what kind of product they made by hearing that they needed training and support.
Yeah, that's right. I kind of in the folks that I've been talking to, it's spanning the range of company size and industry. It just seems to be a common issue in industrial finishing, no matter where you play in the space.